Hi, Ms. Whitaker again with more Whitaker's Words of Wisdom. We're going to talk about the Pythagorean Theorem. First, I need to make sure you understand squares and square roots. If I have 3 squared, that means 3 times 3 equals 9. The square root of 9 equals 3. 6 squared means 6 times 6 equals 36. The square root of 36 is 6. The same if I have x squared. That means x times x. So if I'm looking for the square root, because I have x squared, that's just going to be a plain x. Okay, now on to the Pythagorean Theorem. When you're using the Pythagorean Theorem, it is only used with right triangles. You'll see your right angle. There is an A, a B, and a C. The C is always straight across from the right angle. The C is called the hypotenuse. That's his name. He is straight across from the right angle. He is the longest side of that right triangle. It's important to know it doesn't matter about A or B, but the C always has to be straight across from the right angle. Okay. So we're going to solve some. The Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Not anything that you have to memorize, because that will be on your star chart. And I'm sure your teacher will give it to you on the test as well. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to say, this is 16, this is 12, oh, nope, this is C, Ms. Whitaker better get them on their right, this is 12. We're going to look for C. When I plug it into my formula, first thing I'm going to do, okay, I don't know C, that's the one I'm looking for, so it's going to stay C squared. Doesn't matter which one is A and which one is B. So I'm going to say 12 squared plus 16 squared. I'll come over and I'll multiply 12 times 12. A lot of you already know your multiplication facts, and you might realize that one is 144. So I'm going to do 16 times 16. Might not have memorized that one. $256. That's Whitaker's got multiplication problems today. Okay, I'm going to go through and I'm going to add 144, 256, gives me 400. So 400 equals c squared. I'm going to go back and do this again. I have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I'm looking for c, so that stays c squared. I substitute my numbers in where I did have variables. 12 squared means 12 times 12, that gives me 144. 16 times 16 gives me 256. When I add those together, I now have 400 equal c squared. That's the end of Pythagorean theorem of getting the c squared, but I want c. So I'm going to find the square root of 400 equal c. When I find the square root of 400 is 20 equals c. So c is 20. I'm going to do one more. This one is going to be a little different. Still a squared plus b squared equals c squared, always. On the right triangle. I'm not going to be looking for C, I'm gonna look for B instead. Numbers in. Okay, I'm looking for B, so I'm only B squared. This would be my A, so this is going to be 6 squared. Here would be my right angle, so I know that has to be C, and it is the longest leg, so I'm going to put 10 squared. 6 times 6 is 36. This is B squared. 10 times 10 is 100. But I need to know B all by itself. This is where we do our choo-choo tracks. I want B by himself. I need to get rid of a plus 36, that's a positive. So I'm going to say minus 36, minus 36. Those are 0 pairs, goes away. I still have B squared. When I go through and I subtract, let me do this to show you. B squared equals 64. I don't want a B squared, so I want B equal square root of 64, B equal 8. Hopefully that will help you, and you can always look under useful documents to find worksheets to go with this. Thank you.